Ciao, I'm Mario, a Swiss car guy on YouTube, and this is my 2008 Lexus LS600h, a car about which I made a video a week ago that the hybrid battery is probably failing, because you see this car has 296, almost 297,000 kilometers, is 18 years old, so batteries at some point are going to fail. I got a lot of hybrid warnings, like the P0A80, I think it is, the error code that says replace hybrid battery pack. And I made this video asking what I should do, what car I should replace it with. And many people in the comments commented that, Mario, maybe your 12-volt battery is bad. So apparently replacing the 12-volt battery can make these faults go away. Well, a 12-volt battery costs way less than a hybrid battery, so I did try it out. I bought a new 12-volt battery and installed it in the car, and I have driven around for about, almost a week since I installed it, and so far the errors have not come back. The hybrid errors on my car were kind of strange because they happened in the same spots. So driving uphill on the motorway in two very distinct locations, they would show up. And they have started showing up weekly in recent times. So this weekend, when I drove in those two locations, I tried to provoke it by accelerating extra hard uphill and everything, and the hybrid error has not come back. So maybe, at least I hope, my last video maybe was a false alarm and the hybrid battery in the car is actually fine. And replacing the 12-volt battery did the trick. And speaking of 12-volt battery, this car, the Lexus LS600h, has a bit of a special 12-volt battery. First off, it's made by Panasonic. I've never really seen a car with a Panasonic car battery. But also, this Panasonic D31 is a bit special because you see it has a little cutout in this corner. This is usually where you fasten a bracket. I have it just dangling down here. This bracket, it's just a holder for a little temperature sensor that goes here into a little groove and then is glued to the battery. So my new battery, which is an Exide, or is it Exide? What are they called? I already called them Exide, but probably it's Exide. EK820, you see size-wise, it fits quite well and it has the poles on the same spot, which is good. But it doesn't have this little groove and this cutout. So the holder is just dangling and the sensor, I just shoved it here into one of these holy things, and this is where it stays, because I think the other one also just registers external temperature, so it doesn't really matter, it's still external. The thing that doesn't fit though is this battery has a vent hole here that is larger than the vent hole in this battery. So the little tube doesn't fit. I 3D printed a new vent hole adapter, which I think should fit this battery. If I ever find the hole, that is. Yeah, my little adapter here fits. So I will remove the original adapter from the hose. Okay, or I will not, because it's difficult apparently. Okay, so this is out. Let's get the new one on, hoping that it fits. Come on. One more turn. Yeah, this is now in. Let's see if I can plug it into the battery. I have it now. And it's plugged in. It's in the hole. Can you see it? Here is the little adapter I 3D printed. And it fits nice into the battery, so the battery can vent. And if you can see by this date, the battery is from 2015. I think this is 22/05/15. So this is probably when it was charged, when it was new. So it's over 10 years old. And the thing is, I believe the battery to be still good because I have one of these little conductance testers, and when I tested the battery, it said it was good. So let's do a live test on this battery now that it's not in the car anymore. Okay. English, out of vehicle. Let's say it's before charge. And this is an AGM flat plate, I believe. CCA 500 as it says here. Let's go, it's testing. Look, this has good battery. Apparently it's a good battery. State of health 81%, state of charge 78%. Apparently good battery, but I'm not so sure. In fact, let's test this new battery. Let's see now what the result here is. English, this is now in vehicle. This is still before charge. This is also an AGM flat plate battery. Top post, of course, yeah. The CCA of this is 800. So this is a much stronger battery. Oh my god, come on. It's so much. Testing. This has good battery. State of health 100%, state of charge 86%. So this got 100%, this got like less. And I think it might make a difference. I think this little tester is not super reliable. Usually when it says a battery is bad, it's bad, you need to replace it. But I might be a bit too optimistic on these marginal batteries. I think Project Farm did a test on these little testers and there were quite some differences. So maybe I need to get a better one that's a bit more reliable, because I think this battery really isn't good anymore. Now you might wonder, Mario, why didn't you buy an original Panasonic D31 battery? Why did you go with the Exide? And the reason is money, because I'm not made out of it. You see, an original Panasonic D31 battery from the Lexus dealer is 600 francs, depending on the dealer here in Switzerland. The previous owner actually told me that this old battery, he paid 800 francs for it, but maybe he was just embellishing in order to raise the price of the car, who knows. It has that little cutout and the temperature sensor, but other than that, this is a standard AGM battery and not even a very large one with only 68 ampere hours of, is it capacity? I think it's capacity. My new one, my Exide, had 80 or 82, I think, and 800 cold cranking amps versus 500 on the original battery. And the Exide cost 135 francs delivered, which I think is completely acceptable and good for an AGM battery of that size. And you know, this is still troubleshooting. So if that battery didn't solve my problem, maybe it hasn't, I don't know, it might come back. I don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds on a battery that didn't solve anything. And on the other hand, I just cannot stomach spending that much money on what is a pretty normal battery. Yes, it doesn't have the little sensor, but I took the sensor off the old battery and I stuck it to the new battery. So it's just a little temperature sensor, it's nothing special. So I replaced the battery with an aftermarket one. It fits nicely enough, it's snug. I even connected the little vent hole now with my 3D printed adapter. So everything is good. The car so far has been working perfectly. And I will keep you up to date if anything happens, if the error comes back. So that's it. I hope replacing the 12 volts battery fixed my big issues. And if that's the case, well, that means that I basically have no excuses to not start caring about this car. You know, I've already washed it, which is nice. It's much cleaner than it was before because I hadn't washed it since August. So it had all the summer bugs and dirt plus the winter dirt. So now at least I made it presentable again. But also, if the battery is now good, I think I have to address the other things like the steering column that doesn't extend and the shock absorbers. So I might look into that, but not right now, because this car, I've just received the invitation for its technical control, the periodic check, that's usually all 2 years, and I have I have delayed it until the latest I can, so it's in April sometime, and usually I see that the cars are clean, that they function, and then I go to the check, and if there's anything wrong with the car, they will tell me. So if there's a problem with the suspensions or bushings or something like that, they will tell me, so I don't have to diagnose it myself. I still have to pay for the inspection, which is $60, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, if there's something wrong with the shock absorber, they will tell me. So after they tell me, I most likely have to replace it. So I'll wait until April, and then I will address those things. But I might address some other things before, but this is for the future. Right now, this video is over. Thank you very much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see what happens in the future to this nice white car, or to my other cars, or to me, or whatever. Share this video with anybody who might be interested in such boring stuff, and comment down below, do you think I fixed the issue with this car? And should I still get another car? A 5th car? No, that's insane. Let's stop it here. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.